Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
December December 14th. Wow. Week and a half till Christmas. Get your Christmas shopping done. Let me mute everybody here. Just remember to unmute yourselves if you want to speak. Six retired Irishmen were playing poker at O'Leary's apartment when Paddy Murphy loses $500 in a single hand, clutches his chest, and drops dead to the floor. Showing respect for their fellow brother, the other five continue playing standing up. Michael O'Connor looks around and asks, "Oh my, boys. Someone's got to tell Paddy's wife. Who will it be?" They drew straws, and Paul Gallagher picked the short straw. They tell him to be discreet, be gentle, don't make a bad situation any worse. Discreet, says Pat, or says Paul. I'm the most discreet Irishman you'll ever meet. Discreet is me middle name. Leave it to me. Gallagher goes over to Murphy's house and knocks on the door. Mrs. Murphy answers and asks what he wants. Gallagher declares, "Your husband just lost $500 and is afraid to come home." His wife says, "Tell him to drop dead." Gallagher says, "I will tell him." Okay. Oh, gee, I didn't get any response on that one. All right.
The mute button on.
20 years ago, Johnny Cash, Bob Hope, and Steve Jobs. Oh, wait. 20, 20 years ago, we had Johnny Cash, Bob Hope, and Steve Jobs. Now we have no Cash, no Hope, and no Jobs. Please don't let Kevin Bacon die. Okay, got a little smile out of that one. Today's Q&A day, and if you don't have enough Q&As, I will come up with some. But I did have some. One was on Apple 18.2 operating system. And I just read an article this morning before the class, and everybody's recommending that you do that update. Primarily because there's a bunch of Apple has discovered some vulnerability that some apps could get access to your personal data without them being authorized. So everybody, please do the update. There's a feature. Let me switch screens. Oh, can everybody see my other screen? Okay.
Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet. Ooh,
No.
I didn't click save. Share. That better?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
And let me do a couple of other minor adjustments. There we go. I have iOS 18.2 on my iPhone, the one that's on the screen. And they made an addition to the Mail app. I'm going to give you some examples of what they've done. If we go to the Mail app, you'll notice at the top there, up here, they have some new symbols. You have all mail, but then you can just, similar to the way Google works, if you go to the Google Mail on the internet, if you click on the people, it comes up with the individuals who shipped it, sent it to you, right? You click on the cart, it's on transactions. You click on the little item there, it's news, subscriptions, and social. You know, as it says Zoom, American greeting cards, Experion, right? What's this one? Social, right? And lastly, all mail. And all mail is like it used to be, but now they've added the capability to filter certain aspects of your mail, which I thought was a good addition.
How do you filter?
You just turn it on and you just click on the little things up here at the top. When you get the new 18.2 and you open the Mail app, it will look like this at the top versus the way it used to look.
Bill, my screen doesn't look like that.
Do you have 18.2?
Yes. I've got a upper on the very left, the big symbol, like is you have all mail, it says primary. And then it has the grocery cart and the
Okay. That's because you clicked on the first one.
oh,
If you go to the right, click on the magnifying, and you should be able to go one more where it says all mail. So click on the little thing that looks like a megaphone,
yeah, I did. It says promotion.
and then click on it again, and it'll show you all mail.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Ah, there you go.
Bill, mine doesn't show all mail. It just doesn't have that. Um,
Does it have these other icons?
yes, it does. I
Okay.
just can't go and maybe it's my phone. I have an
No,
SE.
no. Hold on. Click on the megaphone, the one that says promotions,
Oh, yes, I got it. Thank you.
and then click on it again, and it'll show up all mail.
Yeah, no, I see that now. Okay, thank you. I just couldn't push it over far enough. Thanks.
I know I couldn't either. If you
You
click on, if you double click on any one of them, and I just learned this, if you double tap on any one of them, all mail will show up. So I'll
you
click on the
have,
one that says people, and then I click it again, and all mail shows up.
do you have both Apple and Google Mail or
I do on my device, but I only use the mail, the Apple Mail program.
okay. I've only used Google Mail, so I'm not familiar with Apple Mail. So how do you
What you have if you have to go to settings and then mail and then add your email account to it. It's a good
oh,
question. Okay,
okay.
if you don't currently use the mail account, but you have the app, so make sure you haven't deleted the app. I don't know if you can or not. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can delete the mail app. But if you want to, if you got, let me back off here. Mail has the capability of having multiple email addresses all that mail feeding one mail program. So you could have a Yahoo Mail account, an AOL, several Google Mail accounts, and you could have them all providing, or and the mail account could get all that mail and fold it together for you. So if I go to settings and I go to the mail account, and to do it with the new operating system, you have to go down to apps.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You go to settings, you tap apps, and get a search bar to appear at the top. If you don't have it there, pull down on it and it'll show up at the top. And you type in mail.
Oh.
And that answers your question. I do have Gmail account, but I use the mail. And
Hey,
I
Bill,
scroll. Yes, yes.
Barb. I use the mail account, but I have a friend who doesn't. He only has Google or Gmail. Is there any advantage to moving it over to the mail account?
It integrates very nicely with the other programs that Apple has.
Gotcha.
That's the reason I do it. Okay.
So it says I have iCloud and Gmail. Those are the two accounts?
Yeah, you have an iCloud account by default,
Oh,
and
okay,
then you have a mail account.
okay, all
So
right,
you have two, right? And I have six.
okay. So this means that my Gmail is in with the Apple Mail account.
You probably don't get any mail in your Apple Mail account. I don't.
Okay, all right, okay, thank you.
So you're getting the same mail in both, is what that's telling you. Okay. In Safari, um, there's a new no secure connection warning toggle that lets you know if you're visiting a website that does not have a valid SSL certification for any encrypted connection. It is not advised to send passwords and other sensitive data when you get that warning, when it says not secure. So where do you turn that on? Is you go to settings, and you go to the Safari app. Okay, that may take a minute for you guys to get to it, so go ahead. Go to settings and Safari. I do recommend you do turn it on.
First, you've got to go to apps, right?
You probably have the Safari app. Yeah, you have to go to the apps section and then scroll down to Safari or do a search for Safari. Let me do that again just so you get the idea of what I'm doing. When you first open settings, it looks like this. And you scroll down to where it says apps. And this is a change they made in iOS 18. I'm not especially happy with it, but you got to deal with it. They used to put the Apple apps integrated into the top bunch of settings. They've now taken all the apps and put them in something called apps. So you tap apps, and now it lists all your applications in alphabetical order. And if you pull it down, if you don't have a search bar at the top, pull it down, and instead of scrolling through everything, remember I have 300 apps, so that's a lot. If you type in SAF, it comes up with Safari, and you just go there. and you scroll down in Safari to where it says there's a section called History and Website Data, I believe. And you tap on Clear History and Website Data. Okay, and now it gives you some options. Let me see the website data.
Why do you have all history checked?
Well, you don't have to if you don't want. You can turn that off.
Bill, my access to the connection you're looking for is a little bit further before this current one, under privacy and security. There it is.
Yeah, I didn't. I skipped a section. You're right, though. Thank you. Um, Scroll down in Safari to where it says privacy and security, and it says I'm sorry. It says no secure connection warning. That's the one we're talking about. And I haven't turned it on, so I'm going to turn it on. Now, as I'm perusing the internet in Safari, I will get a warning if this website doesn't handle encrypted data.
Wait a minute. Where did you find that last item now?
Privacy and security in the Safari app. So I'm at Safari here at the top. Under privacy and security, no secure connection warning.
What if you don't have that?
You haven't gotten 18.2 yet.
I have 18.
Right.
But there's a 0.2 as well. Huh?
There's a 0.1 and a 0.2.
If my automatic thing doesn't work, why don't I have it? Or does
Well, I went and forced it update. If you have it plugged in every night, I'm trying to remember. There's a setting for that somewhere. Hold on. Anybody out there remember where that is? And go to settings, general software update. And there's a way that you turn on automatic updates and you have that turned on. So for all of you out there, go to settings, general, and then software update. And the first thing, in order to get updates as they come along, you have automatic updates turned on. I don't recommend the beta updates. You're going to get them earlier than everybody else, and they could have a few issues. So you have it turned on. And if you plug it in at night, it will update overnight. But not all of them. It can't update all whatever million or billion phones that are out there all at once. So it may take a week or so for you to catch up. I didn't wait for it. I went to the screen and did the update. Said, "You want to update now?" I said, "Yes." I didn't update
how long does it take to update? About 56 seconds?
No, this one took about an hour. It said, leave me alone for an hour. I did it last night. And I want to see what it says on my iPad. There, it will look like that on your phone. And you can say update now or update tonight. Wow. Okay.
Bill, I just updated my phone. It took about 2 minutes.
It did?
Yeah.
I don't know what. Well, that must be because you're in Texas.
No, it isn't because I only have 11 seconds remaining before
Yeah.
I.
You did the update.
Well, I clicked, hey, Bill, I
Yeah.
clicked update tonight, but it started updating automatically.
Did it?
Yes.
You must have accidentally tapped update now.
No, I didn't. I don't think I did anyway.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
maybe your update automatic is on.
No, you have to update automatic. It says if it's plugged in at night, I believe, unless they've changed that.
Bill, my update took an hour last night.
Thank you.
Yesterday. Yeah.
And I
Oh,
was,
maybe you're updating to 18.1 point or 18.1.1 and not 18.2.
I had mine put for tonight. I just changed to put it on tonight, but it went on too, and it says it's about 18 minutes remaining.
Okay.
yeah,
It went on.
mine was about 20 minutes also.
Okay.
Mine's still
So-
preparing.
I should warn you guys. Okay.
Before you leave that security, could you tell me what highlights means back on that security screen? You have yours turned on.
Right. What about it?
Yeah, what is it? What does it do?
It updates the operating system.
The highlights?
I'm not sure where you're talking highlights.
It's an option under that security back where we
No, out of here.
got the information about the fraudulent or the dangerous site.
Okay.
Yeah, it's under, the apps, where we turn on,
It's under Safari in the apps.
yes, Safari.
Okay, I'll go back there then. Shoop.
There it is at the bottom.
Good question. I
Oh,
was hoping there'd be some explanation there. I don't know what highlights means.
okay. I'll look it up later. Thank you.
Okay, if you do, let us know. They've added I got one of the questions I got from someone. You can record a conversation. Okay, who is not updating? I need somebody to give me a call. Anybody out there able to give me?
Oh, yeah.
Peter, give me a call.
I gotta
You mean
find,
like a normal telephone call?
Yeah, I'm going to show you how to record it.
Oh,
should be ringing.
941-441-5158. Please leave a message at the beep. Wow, why are you getting that message?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me try to call myself.
I'm trying to call you on a mobile.
Now you got me on landline.
I'm calling your mobile.
No, you
No?
you called my landline.
Well, okay. I've got it labeled as mobile. Okay.
Which
Bill,
one is your landline, Bill?
while
85?
you're,
Just a minute. Okay. So I'm going to answer this phone call from me. Okay. And I have it up on my phone screen, and look up here in the right-hand corner, left-hand corner. If I tap that, come on. Well, let me do this one. There it is. This call will be recorded. So now
Bill,
it's recording the call. So you can see the little lines on my screen going across. It's actually recording my call. And when I hang up, it saves the recording, I believe, in photos, believe it or not.
while you're making the call, I hate to say this, but I don't know how to make a call. So how do you make a call on your iPhone?
Whoa.
Tells you what an exciting life I lead that I don't know how to
Yeah.
make a call.
I'm looking where it saved my call.
I end your phone.
Is your phone able to make phone calls?
Yes.
So you tap, you tap the phone that's there,
Okay.
and then you tap the little keypad at the bottom and you put the number in. And
Okay.
call.
There's your call to yourself up at the top.
I know, but that's just the call. It's not the recording.
Oh,
And if I have a one on my phone, how do I tell what the one is about? Does that mean I have
One
a
is United States.
um no, on the icon
no.
itself, it has a one in the upper right corner.
That
Does that
means
mean
you got a phone call from somebody.
so how do I find that?
If you tap on recents down here, it'll be who that phone call came from.
Hey, maybe I'll develop
Oh,
a social life and use my phone. Okay, thanks.
So you're still looking for your recording.
I am. I am looking for my recording. Where did it go? Well, I think it says in here where it puts it. Hold on. Open recordings.
It doesn't look like you have an app named Recordings.
Open voice recordings.
Oh, voice memos.
Is that where it is? No, it's not in voice memos. That's a
Well,
different one. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Hey Siri, where are voice? Let me reword that. Hold on. Siri, where are phone recordings stored?
I found to nearby.
Looking for your iPhone. It's nearby. Pinging your iPhone now.
Gosh.
Sure thing.
Ask Google.
Well, I'm going to ask one of you to do that. Hey, Barbara, you want to give that a shot to figure out where they're stored? And Peter, you're going to give me a call again and we'll record it this time?
Which number, Bill? I've got
941-441.
uh,
941-441-5158.
That's your cell phone?
Yes.
Okay, I've got them switched.
5458
941-441-5158.
5158.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey.
Bill, I looked up about the, where you find them, and it says under the Notes app.
Oh,
on a
it's
call
right.
recording.
That's where it is. Yep, I did it last night. Okay, let me go to notes.
I'm getting a recording, Bill.
I must have you blocked somehow.
Sure. Now you tell.
I'll get to that in a minute. I just opened notes and you see it says today call with WT Crow. And I tap it and I can play it. Okay.
We don't hear it.
Can you hear that?
No,
No,
You can't hear it?
no.
That's okay. It recorded it.
Why can't we hear it though?
Trust me.
Oh, it's because of what I'm doing here. I'm never I take my phone, I mirror it onto my computer and then I get it to you. And some of the things, the sounds that the iPhone makes doesn't make the trip. Some do, but that one does not. Call Jim McIntyre.
You will need to add contact information for Jim McIntyre.
Hey, Jim, what's your phone number?
What, my home phone?
Yeah, no, your cell phone. Hold on. I want to let you do the recording, right? So I'm going to go to my phone and I'll go to the number pad. And what's your number?
My cell number is
Yes.
941
Yep.
350 1925. It's ringing.
Okay, answer it. Oh, do you have the most recent update?
Hello?
Hi, Jim.
Oh, hi, Bill. I can hear you.
Okay, don't go anywhere.
Okay.
If you look on my screen, whoa, wait a minute. If you look on my screen, this is Jim's phone number. And up here in the left-hand corner, when you have 18.2, is this little symbol. And when I push it, we're recording our conversation. And you can see it being recorded there in the little sound bar, if you will. Okay? So go ahead and say something, Jim, and I'll get your voice recorded.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm in
Say
the
some more.
I'm in the process of updating to 18.2 at the present time.
That's great. All right, and now I'm going to hang up. We'll stop the recording. And I can stop the recording by tapping this little bar, the little circle there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and he got a message. This call is no longer being recorded.
Yep.
So now if I didn't hang up on you yet, but that's okay. If I go to my right, I got another call here. That's one from Jim. And I can play the recording.
Bill, does the other party, the one you're calling and the one you're recording, get a notification of some kind that this call is being recorded?
Yes. Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So that's the way that works, everybody.
Excuse me, Bill, I can briefly tell you about highlights.
Yes, please, please.
It came with iOS 18, and it's an enhancement for productivity where it will extract tidbits of information from and basically highlight them for you to pay attention to when you're downloading data and reports and things like that. And there's other functions too that just seem to be beyond my scope of need right now. So I really wasn't going to pay a lot of attention, but that's basically, it highlights things for you to increase productivity.
I wonder where it shows you the highlight. We'll have to figure that
Good
out as we
question.
go.
Mine's been turned off, so I have no idea, but yours is on, so you can find out.
So I have something getting highlighted somewhere. So it summarizes then for
Yes,
you.
yes,
Okay.
something.
Okay. Let me run around the class here, and then we will cover some more basic tips and tricks. Anne, do you have a question?
She's moved away.
I just finished updating to it only took me 5 minutes.
Oh, you're good.
How about that? So I'm going to have 1,000 more in a little while. Not yet.
Okay. All right. Kathleen, do you have any questions?
Well, not more than 50 or 60.
Any particular?
I was actually reading the iOS update thing, and half of the stuff I don't understand. So keep going.
Well, you're not in the minority there.
Okay. What did they do did they do anything drastic to photos? They messed it up last time. The photo erase or whatever it is so messed up. Did they do anything like that this time?
I didn't see anything where they had updated photos. Let me check something. May take that back. Yeah, they may. Let's look at that. Everybody open your photos. And they have made some interesting changes there. Photos is the same if you look at the top portion of my screen right now.
Hey, Bill,
Yes, sir.
I'm still getting the telephone call from you. I'm hearing what you're saying on my telephone. Why didn't it stop?
Because I must not have hung up. We turned off the recording, but we're still talking. Oh, yes. Hi, Jim.
Well, can you turn it off?
Oh, I can't. Can you?
No, I don't see any way to do it.
I don't either. Wow.
But it's interfering with the rest of your presentation, so I can't.
There we go. Here we go.
Bill, that happens a lot when I call places. They don't hang up. They expect me to, and if I don't, then they're still on the line.
Right. What I just did with Jim is I did this and it came up with a phone screen like the one you see here.
When you say I did this, what did you do?
Okay, good point. I can see what I'm doing, Ann. Come on. Uh, if you put your finger at the bottom and you look at the apps that are running, put your finger. Let me do it. Come on. You put your finger down here at the bottom, sweep up toward the middle, and stop right here. And it comes up with the applications that are currently running. And that works on your iPad as well. They just have bigger. I only have one that we're running on the iPad. If I go through and start a bunch, and then go like this, here's the apps that are running.
How did you get them to show on one screen?
Pardon me?
You have 5 apps up there. How did you get all of the apps that are running to show on one screen?
They won't. There's only 5 I have running. If I keep adding more to it, they won't all be there.
You swept up from the bottom up halfway. That's what she's asking, I think.
No, I was asking how they, well, I know about swiping up halfway, but they're all
Oh.
on one screen when you show them,
Well, there's only 4 can show up.
right? But how do they get to the one screen, and where is the one screen that show up? You've got 6 up there. How did they get there? And where is the one screen that they show up on?
I put my finger at the bottom of the screen and pull
Right.
up and stop in the middle. They show up.
Oh, okay. I just swipe up and they go away, but
Well, if you swipe clear up, yes, but if you go part way up and stop in the middle,
okay. Oh, they come up like that. All right, thank you.
so get back to Ann's question. If you do that, Ann, you'll see various apps. You should have one that looks like the phone, and where it's green, it would be red. So you open that, and then you tap it to stop it. Which brings up an interesting point. Anne can give me a phone call, and she says, "Are you available on September 23rd or January 7th?" And I need to look at my calendar, and I have my phone. How can I do that? Because I'm on a phone call. How can I jump over to something else? So I need somebody to call me. Hey, Ann, do you want to try to call me?
Yeah, on what number?
At 58.
I must have the wrong number. I got the wrong number. What number do you want me to use?
941
Hey,
921 6885. No, take that back. 941 441 5158. Hopefully, you don't get Peter's message.
Okay, when I
I've got
put
your
my
answering service.
It's what?
I've got your answering service. Isn't that interesting?
Okay, Bill, I push my phone and I get recents. How do I get to where I actually call somebody?
You tap the little number pad down there at the bottom.
Keypad. Oh, all right. About time I learned this, right?
Yeah. What's your phone number, Ann? Your cell-
91232 4590.
Okay, I can hear Ann. She can hear me. Yes?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. And she says to me, "Hey, Bill, can we get together for lunch on January 7th to talk about the budget?" I say, "Sure, but I don't know if I'm available on January 7th." So I would put my finger down here at the bottom and sweep up, and it takes me back to my home screen. And then I would click on the calendar. And then I would go to January, and then I'd check my calendar for January, right? January 7th. Oh, I'm free all day, there, Ann. We could have a get together. And I could actually tap the add, and lunch with Ann. And we agree to meet at 12, and that's January 7th. And I tap add, and now I've added it to my calendar, and you can see it there. But now I want to hang up. Now she hangs up. I'm still not hung up. So what you could do is go from the bottom up to get back to the home screen, and then put your finger at the bottom, start up and stop in the middle, and right there is my phone. I'll tap on the one that says phone, and I'll hit the little green dot, hopefully to hang up on her. Am I still on with you, Ann?
No, I hung up.
Oh, anyway, this dot would be red if we were still communicating, if our lines were still open, and I could tap it, and we could discontinue our conversation. Some of the places you call or they call you require you to hang up first. They can't discontinue the call. There are some businesses that are designed that way.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll just say to them, would you please hang up? And they will.
Yeah, they some of them can't for some reason. All right. Now at the bottom here, I have two voice messages. I think I got one from Peter probably saying, "What's wrong with you? You don't want to receive phone calls from me?" And then I've got recents down here at the bottom as well. If I tap recents, there's the phone calls from various folks. And I can't believe Peter didn't get through. How did I block you, Peter?
Twice.
Twice. Jeez. Got your Chinese birthday in there. Are you an April 1st person? No, 1839. Come on. He's older than I am.
I'm the same age as you are.
Okay. Any other questions on phone or recording? Let me keep going then.
Well, I have one question.
Go.
We were talking about all of these things that are on. I'm on my iPad now, and I have a bunch of blank screens. And what they say is start page, Safari, test notes, photos, so and so's messages, email inbox, and Safari, Amazon, and two other tabs, which are all blank, other than the settings one that we were on. So why are they all blank? Whereas yours were not blank. I mean, they said something.
You mean when you went to see what apps are running?
Yes.
Okay, let me make some apps run here. Let me pick Safari and we'll let that run. Okay. So there's the apps I have running, and some of them are blank, and
Yes, 5 of my 6 are blank.
that's okay. Close them. The way you close them is you push up like this.
I understand how you can close them, but why are they there in the first place?
Because you opened Safari and didn't close it. But I don't know why it's blank right away.
I don't either, and I don't know why Photos is blank, and I don't know why Inbox is blank.
Okay, well, get them out of there. And now open Photos. Once you get them all gone.
They're all blank. That's interesting. I'm
Yeah.
doing one
How
after
many?
the other.
Oh, you got a lot open, I bet.
Oh gosh,
Keep going.
got them all emptied. Okay.
Okay, now open Photos. Go back to your home screen and open Photos. And now sweep up, go back to your home screen again and sweep up. And this photo's blank now.
Wait a second. Photos. Is it Google Photos?
No, just straight photos. It's the one that looks like the old peacock on, full peacock.
It's
It's the
just.
one that,
Oh, I bet it's on the bottom.
yeah. So open that. And now go back to your home screen after you've opened Photos.
Okay.
And now you're on your home screen.
I'm on the home screen.
Now go halfway up, start from the bottom. Is it blank now?
No, it's not. Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Thank you.
You probably had too many open. They can't keep track of all that.
That's probably true.
Okay. We were talking about photos. I'll bring up photos on both my iPhone and the iPad. Let me get this out of the way. And here's your recent photos. I have almost 4,000 pictures in there. And they have a section there now called recent days. And so you can go back through here and pick a day and you will have pictures from that day. So I'll go back to December 2023. And there's a picture where my family was putting together a Starry Night puzzle.
Wait, how did you get to that date?
I happen to have pictures from that date. And let me go back. How do we get back from here? I have my current photos, and under that it says recent days.
Oh, yes, yes, I see that.
How did you
Yeah.
get to the left side? How did you get to the sidebar? Or how did you see the sidebar? My screen looks like, well, I don't see recent days. Photos, media types, utilities.
Okay, you don't have the new operating system on your device?
Yes, I do.
Are you on your phone or an iPad?
A phone.
Okay, you look on my phone, right? There it says recent days. You should have recent days there.
No, it says media types.
That's clear down. That's clear down here.
Okay. I'm sort of, I have media types and utilities, but I don't have anything above that. So where
Can she scroll down? Scroll up?
I scroll up, I get the photos.
But you don't have any of the intermediate stuff, huh?
No, and I am up, everything's updated to 18.2.
Hmm.
Well,
It must be something's not right. Something's not set right for you.
okay.
Reboot.
Let me take a look at that and we'll talk after the meeting, Kathleen.
And
All right.
Bill, my recent days go back, way back to 2000, I like 2013.
Sure. Depending on your photos and etc.
Not exactly recent.
Well, let's see how far back I go. 2010. If you tap on recent days, it gives you more than just that one line there. And then I have a category called people and pets.
Okay, did you make those yourself or did Apple make them?
I made them myself.
You made them yourself. Okay.
And the way I did that is I picked a picture. Let me pick a picture here. Here we go. That has some faces in it. Oh boy. And if you pick a picture that has faces in it, let me do it here. So here's a picture that has faces in it on my iPad. And I put my finger on the picture and I pull it up a little bit. And at the bottom of the picture, it shows up some faces. Can everybody see that? It's kind of small, but it's in the upper lower left-hand corner of my photo. If you have a photo that has people's faces in it and you move it up a little bit, like, whoa, you can't see me doing that on the screen. Okay, I just put my finger on it and pull the picture up a little bit. Those faces appear at the bottom. See them appear and disappear? Same thing will happen on the phone if I go to some pictures. I'll pick this picture, right? And I'll bet I don't have that one in my, and I pull up on it. And I have Ann Ross on one. It says AR. And there's this other person in here, right? And if I tap that person, and it says it's John. So I got that one. Oh, I gotta get one. I could try the bird, see if that works.
On
I don't know who
Anne's,
this.
on Anne's was the wedding picture correct? That was her in the
That was
wedding.
her wedding. That was her
Oh.
wedding picture. That's right.
70 years ago.
Wow.
Last week, right?
So, Bill,
Yes.
how'd you get those pictures in the bottom left-hand corner? You said you just touched it?
No, no. I put my finger right here on the screen and I pull up.
Put your finger on the screen and pull up.
Pull up.
Did you put your finger on the person and then pull up, or just anywhere in the space?
Most not on a person, just put it in somewhere on there and pull up and see how the little circle appears, and it'll show you a circle for each face it can see in the picture or identify as a face in the picture.
Mine doesn't do that. Mine
Yes,
says,
it does.
it says
Go ahead.
copy, add sticker, or share.
Okay, let me.
It's tricky,
That's
Jim.
because you put your finger on it and held on one of the people.
Oh,
And that's a different thing that happens. We'll talk about that in a minute. If you put your finger on a dark area of the screen and pull up, the picture should move up a little bit, and then let go. You should see,
yes, yes, it does.
there you go. All right.
It does.
And if
Gosh.
it's a question mark on it, and this gets really small, you would tap it, the question mark, you would tap it, and you would say, name this person, and you would name it. What happens then is a miracle. Once you name that person, it shows up in your list of names, list of people, and it finds every other picture you have of that person in your phone, in your photo library. So I did that a long time ago. And every time I take a new picture, let me go down here to people. Every time I take a new picture of my daughter in law, it shows up in this list. And here's every picture I have of her through the years.
If I'm pointing to a picture and I don't get those, why wouldn't I get, if I have a picture in here, why wouldn't I get the little round things on the bottom right?
If you should,
You know?
if those faces are identifiable.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
Right. So here's one. I just took this the other day. Don't you realize that these people ran IBM at one time?
Scary.
It's scary. And I pull up, and you see I've got 4 of them. Well, I've got 3 of them I haven't identified before. And let me tap on this one. And I'm going to name that person. He happened to be DW. He happens to be the best man at my wedding. And I add him. So now every time I take a picture of him in the future, every time I take a picture of him in the future, it will show up in his little album down here where it says people. And he should be at the bottom of the list now. There he is. Okay. That should say Dwight, not at Apple. All right.
Besides, he looks like a pet.
I should tell him that.
Hey, Bill,
Yes, sir.
in the library, are all photos included in the library?
Yes. When you're looking at the top
Yes.
section up here, yeah, all
Yes.
the photos should be in there.
But how come we've got some in place? In mine, I've got things that I didn't put in there. I didn't make a folder for them.
You could have saved a picture from something someone else sent you. It could be a screenshot.
Like they've got things called favorites, recently saved, maps. I didn't do any of that stuff as far as I know. Memories, how about that? Memories.
I haven't gone through that one yet. I haven't gone that far down yet.
Yeah.
I got recents and albums, people and places, pinned collections, made some called trips, We've got shared albums. Okay. All right. There's a little app that they have put on your phones called Measure.
Measure.
Measure. Measure.
Yeah, measure. Where is it?
If I pull down from the middle of the screen, if I can't find it here, I can't find it here, and I just put my finger here and pull down,
Excuse me.
I can actually type in measure, Measure, and if I have it, it will show up. I actually have two apps called Measure. And I think the black one is the one from Apple. So let me just tap that. And it comes up with, I can measure a desk by holding my phone like it's showing you here on the simulation. Once you open the app, you can put your phone on one corner of the table, the wall, or whatever, and just scan it to the other edge, and it will tell you how long that particular object is.
What do you do to start it at one edge and to finish it at one edge?
I think you just tap it.
Okay.
Let me try it here. I want to measure my piece of paper here, right? Oh, I think I hit the little dot there. Oops. Start over. And if I just hit the dot, it starts. Oh, that took a picture. I hit the plus sign. Oh,
You have to go so slowly?
no, I'm so there's an edge. Oh, there we go. I have to move the right distance away. See the little dot that's appearing on the screen?
So how do you start it? You put the dot on the corner and then what do you do?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Are you holding the plus sign down the whole time or just
No,
once?
I pressed it and it's made a start point.
Mm.
And then I press it again to end it. So if I try it again, press it, and then I'm running across the other side, press it again. It says it's 11 inches. That's a piece of paper. Now, what I wanted to show you is there is also a level there. If you have the Measure app open, at the bottom of the screen, it says Measure and Level. You can't see it on the screen that I'm displaying on you. Right down here at the bottom, under this, in the Measure app, it says Level. If I tap Level, this is a two-way or three-way, four-way level. I just laid it on my desk and my desk is not quite level. I bet this is. Whoa, almost. Okay. One we've talked about in the past. If I start where I have the key, go ahead.
Okay, I pressed level and I'm getting the measure. How do I get to the level part?
You're getting what?
I'm getting measure.
Right. Oh, at the bottom on the right, it says level.
Oh, that tiny little thing there. Thank you so much.
Okay. Uh, if I type some text, return, right? Or I go to a page where there's some text and I'm typing some more. So whenever I have the keyboard, that was supposed to be just gibberish I was typing. I got some stuff. If I press the space bar and hold it, notice how the letters disappear and that it is actually turned into a touchpad. So I can actually move it up and down, left and right, to reposition the cursor wherever I'd like. If I want it between the H and the I put it right there and it's lift my finger and it's there. So the space bar, when you press it, turns your keyboard into a touchpad that you can move the cursor around with. Okay?
Why would you do this? What's the point?
To move the cursor in, if you're working on a document, you want the cursor to be up somewhere else in the document.
Why don't you just click it?
Why don't you touch the screen
Yes,
where you want to put it?
yeah.
This is more accurate. You don't have your finger in the way to see if you got it at the right place.
Could you go through that again, please?
Sure. I could, as Jim pointed out, let me move my cursor here. If I click right here, I can move the cursor there, I think. See how I move the cursor there? If I touch the screen, I touch the screen where I'd like the cursor to be, and you see how I can move it there? So that's one way to move the cursor around by touching the screen. You can also do it by touching the space bar and treating it like a touchpad. You're right, Jim. One's about as straightforward as the other.
I don't see the advantage of the latter.
Well, I like it because I'm on my keyboard and I don't have to put my finger on the screen. But okay. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. All right. Sometimes you're not thirsty, right?
So you touch the space bar and you move your finger to where you want it? Is that what
Yep.
you're?
Yep. You just hold the space bar down.
And if you didn't want to do that, how do you get up there? How do you get your
Put your
cursor
finger on the screen,
and move the cursor up? Okay, thanks,
move the cursor around.
thanks.
Oh, well. I think I mentioned this last week or the week before. You can use Siri to flip a coin. So if I say, I'm going to get Siri to come up. Oops. Flip a coin. Oh, come on.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
There you go. Thank you. Flip a coin. Wow. Flip a coin.
Heads.
You just said heads?
Yep.
It's heads this time.
Roll the dice.
Rolling. They came up 3 and 5.
Okay. Oh, I lost that.
Don't mention it.
There's also a feature on your phone. We talked about the phone recorder, and that takes a recording of the phone conversation and puts it in notes. There's also a voice recorder on your phone, open voice recorder. Here's all the recordings I've made recently. If I want to record a meeting so I could take notes and maybe I'm the secretary, you can click it, and so now it's making a recording of everything we're saying. And you could lay this in the middle of the table of a meeting you're having, and it would record the entire meeting, and then you would turn it off. And it comes up like that, and then you can play the recording.
What icon was it that you used for that other than Siri, saying something to Siri?
Say again, please.
Was there an icon that you could tap instead of using Siri?
Yes. It's called voice recording. And
What does it look like?
You'll need to unlock your iPad first. You have 15 events for today until January 8th, 2025. You have 13 events on December 25th,
Oh, geez.
2000.
It's hearing your voice on my iPad.
if you click, okay, to do that, I have a little icon on my screen. I can get to it.
Where did you get to voice memos?
I'm recording a voice memo.
Where did you get the icon?
Okay. Let's go there.
We're all asking the same thing.
Yeah. Let me find. Spell that right? No, I didn't. It's an app that looks like this one.
Okay.
It's called Voice Memos. And if you wonder if you have it on your device, we talked about the app library. Let me go to the app library. Let me tap VOICE. Whoops, not voice. And it looks like this is an application. If you don't have it, you may have deleted it. And if I want to put it on one of my home screens, I press on it and keep pressing on it, and then I can move it. And let me put it on this home screen. So that's what it looks like if you don't want to use Siri to get to it.
Bill, can you ask Siri to transcribe it to text?
What I know about Fred Thoma.
Now, hold on. Say that again, please, Ralph.
Can you ask Siri to transcribe the recording to text?
Good question.
That's what I was checking. It's recording the video, but I'm not sure it's getting the voice, and it may not be. You may not be hearing it, and I might not be. So
I don't see where you can do that, but that would be a nice feature for them to add, wouldn't it?
It says it doesn't. In the very beginning, because it was the first time I had opened it, it told me what it did, and it said that it changed speech to text, and it also edits and saves
Was that for voice recorder or something else, Ann?
for voice memos.
I don't see where we can do that. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Edit recording. Oh, I can edit it. Options. View transcript.
The original icon for voice memos, once you do this, can you tell me how you get it somewhere? I mean, pushing on it didn't do anything. And are they recording my voice while I'm here?
Yeah, I don't see the transcription yet, right? I said copy the transcription. I'm going to go to notes and see if I can paste it. Yes. Okay. Ralph, yes, you can. You just go to that little and you go to the voice recordings. You see the little three dots there? You can copy the transcript. The view transcript doesn't seem to work. Oh, there it is, up the top. Okay.
Just slow.
Well, let me do a new recording. Done. Start a new recording. This is a recording to determine how quickly I can do the transcription and then copy it to a note. Everybody follow that? Okay. So there we've got that. And I want to view transcript. Wow. Look at that at the top of the screen.
Yep.
And then you could tap the three dots and copy it and then put it someplace.
Hey, Bill,
Yes, sir.
isn't it illegal to record a conversation on the phone unless the other person knows it, knows you're talking and recording?
Correct. Well, then we saw that in the one where we called you, and it says this phone call is being recorded.
It's
And you,
Okay, yes.
and you said both sides were told that it was being recorded, so there's no secret there.
That's correct.
the actual laws on voice recording differ from state to state. So you have to look up.
Ooh,
Yes. They're different. Some places, like some states, you can do anything you want. I think there may be 3 of them, and everything else, it depends on the state. So you have to look it up.
what if you're calling from state to state and one's legal and one isn't? That's an interesting.
I think it's the state you're calling from that you can do whatever you can do.
Okay.
Now, speaking of not states, but how did you get the icon? Um,
Oh, I went and got it. It's a application.
Right, and it says voice memos. I've got the application, but how do I put it somewhere?
Okay, let's go back to the app library.
Mhm.
Put your finger on it. Put your finger on it and hold it. Well, and then you can move the icon around.
Okay, I looked up voice memos and I got this gray line that says voice memos with an arrow on it.
It's a recording.
You didn't go to the app library, or did you?
I did. I mean, yeah, I thought I did. Okay. Oh, that's okay. I'll try again another time. Thank you.
Okay.
Bill, if the icon, when you open it, says just open, does that suggest that you've already got it registered? I'll call it registered within your choice of what you've put on your screen. I don't see it. I'm trying to get that. Oh, and then I've got voice memos. Never mind.
Is that me or is that somebody else?
I don't see the icon on on all my icons, but it's in the list in the library in the printed list of words. But I don't see the visual of the icon on my screen.
Okay, you clicked on app library and it lists, here's the list of all the apps I have in alphabetical order.
Yes, and that that recording one is, hang on, voice memos is there, but there's no icon on the screen.
Oh, you have this, but you don't have the icon?
That's right.
Interesting one.
I'll go back and check, but I don't, yeah, I don't see it anywhere. So you'd think I wouldn't have it, and yet when I went as if to
No, do you have it up here on the search bar or down here in the list?
in the words, in the names, in the listing of the names, plus the proper image. And yet when I tried to get it, it said already just open as if I already have it. So I've sort of got it, yet it's not showing visually on the multitude of icons screen.
Understood. If you say it's open, you should be able to see it on the open apps list.
I was hoping to see an icon on this left hand.
Do you have one that says voice memos? I just went to open icons, and these are the applications I have open. Yes.
And where did you go for open icons?
Well, you put your finger on the bottom of the screen and you go up and stop halfway up. Go up to here and stop. And then you have all the apps you currently have open.
Okay, I have voice memos supposedly open, but I don't see. Okay.
And is there an icon beside it up there?
At the very top, beside voice memos.
There's an icon?
Yes.
So you have it.
I have it, but it's not showing
up. And you have the icon somewhere. Okay.
I have it also, but I can't find it on the regular screens.
Yeah. So you wouldn't think we had it, because we're not used to going to that library list to look through all the words, for all the names.
Okay. So I just stopped it from running.
Yeah.
Wait, I found mine. I found it.
Where did you find it?
I found it on the second page, I think. Voice memos.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't see it here. Other, let's see if it's in other.
If it should have an icon associated with it. If it's in everything you have on your phone is in the app library, whether or not it's on a home screen.
Okay.
So if you go to the app library and you type in voice, VOICE, you should see a text come up that says voice memos, and you should have that icon right beside it.
But how do you get it to appear on the home screen?
Now, okay, what you do is you put your finger on it, like my little dots on it. I'm going to press the screen. Now I have it. See it? And now it's on one of the home screen. In fact, if I look here at the bottom, it's on the fourth home screen. I haven't lifted my finger yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the left. And I keep going to the left. I'm going to try to get it on the final screen. And then I'm going to let go of it here somewhere. Okay. And if I take it and I move it the other way.
Ooh, I got it on the screen now.
All right. Now I have it twice. I have it there and I have it here. So I'm going to delete this one. Hit the minus sign. And don't delete it. Remove it from the home screen. So now I have it on this screen and not this one. You could have the same app pictured on multiple home screens.
So you just put your finger on it in the library.
Hold it there in the app library. Hold it there a little bit, and it will automatically switch to your last home screen.
Okay.
I now have two of them on my home screen. I get rid of one.
I just showed you how to do that.
I was focusing on trying to get it on. I wasn't listening. Sorry.
That's okay. See them wiggling? You get them to wiggle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that.
And you press them. Now, don't delete it. Okay? You press the minus sign and you remove from home screen. If you delete it, it will delete it from your device and all the home screens it's on.
Remove from home screen. Yeah.
Okay.
We're good. Thank you.
Good.
So there
All
may
right,
be
now.
a couple of, sorry, it's okay.
All right. You have a wonderful feature on your iPhones, especially as we get older, called a magnifying glass.
Hmm.
And it should be in your control center. Does anyone remember where the control center is?
Top right corner.
Top right corner, and you pull down, and you get the control center.
Oh,
And it should be this little thing that looks like a magnifying glass with a plus sign in the middle. If you don't have it, if you do not have it, ooh, I'm not sure. Let me try something here. Okay, it's two different ways you're going to have to do it, and I'm going to have to get them both on the screen at the same time. Let me do this, get rid of that. Okay. The icon on the left of your screen is my new iPhone and the most recent operating system. If you don't have that, you will have one similar to the one that's on the right side of your screen. Okay? So I'll start out with the older iPhone. And if I want to change what's on that screen, I don't have the magnifying glass on this one. See that?
mm-hmm.
How do I get it? Well, if you go to settings and then go to control center. So you go into your settings and go to control center and you scroll down and it says included in control center are these guys, the ones with minus signs next to them.
Good morning, everybody. It's December 7th, 2024.
Somebody's playing a video of that? Okay, and if you scroll down, you'll see one that says magnifier, and you tap the plus sign. That adds it to the control center up here. Okay,
Did
so
you
you
read-
should.
Sorry, it's got a red negative beside it.
That's correct. That means now it says if I tap it, it will remove it.
That's right. It's the delete came up.
So don't delete it.
Okay.
And the other thing that all of us can learn from this is you see the little three parallel lines to the right of each of the icons that's included.
Mm-hmm.
You can put your finger on it and change the order of which they show up.
Mm.
It's a kind of a cool graphic they provide you there where you can move things around. Okay? So that's the way you do it on the older devices. On the newer ones, I'm in the control center. I don't go to settings any longer. I'm in the control center, and like on the home screen, I press a blank area, and they came up with minus signs next to them, and it says add a control at the bottom. And here's where you could add one. You wanted to remove one, you hit the minus sign. And I believe I can move them around now on the screen so visually you see what you're doing.
Bill, when you say newer model, you're not talking about the system, you're talking about the machine. In other
No,
words,
I'm talking about the operating system.
yeah, but I just got whatever the one we just put in, the O2 or whatever, and I've got it on my, I mean, I've got the magnifying glass, but I can't move anything.
If you press, are you in settings or on the screen to the left? Does your screen look like this one right now? Anne, you with me?
Yeah, hold on. I just, yeah, I'm on the same screen you're on, and and as you know, I just upgraded. So
That's okay.
So I've got the little magnifying glass,
I know. So you've got it already. You don't need to add it.
but it's on, right, that's true. But it's on I have to push up to get it in like that.
Right. Well, let's press the screen in a blank area, and all of a sudden you'll see negatives show up and things like that.
No, because my whole screen is taken up. Shoot. My whole screen is taken up with icons. So I have to go into the second, I have to go down a screen, to get to the magnifier. So what so what am I supposed to do? Put my finger on it?
Yeah, no, not the magnifier, just on a blank area.
Yeah, and oh shoot. Every time I do that, it goes away. Okay, I put it on a blank area.
If you hold it there,
Yeah.
and there should be a minus sign on all the little circles now.
Okay, yes, there is.
Put your finger on the magnifier.
Uh-huh.
And move it up. You should be able to put it on the other
Oh,
screen.
yeah, it made the focus one get smaller and it put it way up.
There's a way to make them bigger and smaller too with this, and they made it hard. So if we look at the new control center and we're seeing the apps there, let's assume I want to make this app larger. This little swirly thing, almost macaroni shaped thing on the lower right hand corner, if you press your finger on it, you can make it bigger. And bigger still if you want it, I think.
I tried to make focus
Right.
bigger and I couldn't.
Focus? I don't know about focus.
Oh,
Yeah, some of them don't have the macaroni on them.
How did you get to the macaroni?
You press the screen.
What screen?
You're actually in the control center.
Okay.
And if you have a little blank area somewhere between the apps even, you press and hold and you'll get minus signs and little macaronis.
Yes, you're right.
You can change the size of the icon with the macaroni.
Yes.
You can put your finger on it and move it around, or you can remove it from the control center.
Bill, how do you get the list on the right-hand side? You have to go into settings? I mean, instead of all the icons on the left, which I don't know mostly what they are, the control center, if you go into settings, this is where you
Okay. Which version of the operating system you have?
get the latest two.
Okay. You don't go into settings for that.
Okay.
In other words, the list on the right is only available on the,
Okay.
if you don't have iOS 18. If you have iOS 18, you're using the one on the left.
Okay. And how do you find out what they are and what they do?
You touch on them. I don't know half of them. This one looks like a scanner, right? So scan a barcode. Here's the flashlight. Here's the battery level. Ooh, I better plug my phone in.
no, that's not true. My battery level says the same and it was 100%.
Oh, I tap it and it says I'm at what?
So how come you have different icons than I do? How do you get whatever you have on there?
You press and hold, they start wiggling, or they show up, not wiggle. They have a minus sign and a macaroni, and it
Right.
says add a control down there at the bottom.
Okay, so why do I have different controls that you do? I mean, what?
Well, you tap add a control, and you can pick from this list of controls they have.
Okay, so what is the point of this page? I mean, what is the point of this page rather than something or other else? What is the purpose of this page?
Which one? Control Center itself?
Yes.
Oh, let me get back. Oh, cancel. I'll get out of here.
What would I want to have on there and why would I want to have whatever it is on there?
Well, it provides quick access to a bunch of different functions.
Okay.
For example, flashlight. For example, voice recorder. For example, where's my watch? That's what this one does. Signals my watch. Here's the battery. Here's the battery. So they're just different icons. Here's the brightness of your screen. So you don't need to go into display and brightness to adjust the brightness. You can go here.
So why wouldn't I have these on my home screen?
You could. Well, some of them Some of them you can't. Can't do display brightness on your home screen.
Okay, all right. I think I sort of understand. Thank you.
Well, for example, the two A's there, you can go into settings, display, and brightness and adjust the text size, but you could come here and adjust the text size relatively easily.
So I need to put the adjustment of text size on this page. If I don't have it.
Need to is personal.
Okay.
You don't have to do any of them. Most of them are available at some other place.
If I want quick access to something, then I need to put it on this page. There we go. All right. Thank you. Understood. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Let me have you help me teach this because that's a good way to put it. And if you'll notice right here, you see the little thing flashing, little two squares? That means I'm mirroring my phone on my other device. In this case, it's the computer. I could be mirroring it on my display, on my television. All right.
If you mirror it on your computer, does that mean you can make the adjustments on your computer for your phone?
I don't know about that.
All right.
Don't know about that one.
Okay.
I don't think so. You'll be able to see what you're doing on your computer, but you'll have to be doing it on the phone. So I was going to talk about the magnifier. And if we tap the magnifier, right, it comes up. Whoa, what the hell did you just do? If I tap the magnifier, I should come up with the magnifier. Why are you coming up there? There it is. All right. There's the magnifier, and I'm actually taking a picture of my screen. Okay. Let me do it a little differently. And I want to show you the different controls, and that's confusing if I do it that way. Okay. I'm in a restaurant. I open magnifier. And you see how I can take a shot of this? I can add more light to it by adjusting the brightness. And that's not turning on the flashlight. That's just adjusting the brightness of the picture. And I can zoom in and out. And if I tap the word capture there, it actually made a picture of it. And now I can zoom in and out on the picture. Okay.
Bill, I clicked on the half white and half black circle and I got the contrast. But by doing that, I have the two lines that you have, but it took away the camera part that was showing, as if I wanted to make it larger, magnify it, brighten it, and then take a photo of it. How do I come back to add the camera so I can take a picture of the screen?
Does it say capture somewhere, or isn't there a button on the screen?
No, I mean, initially there was an icon of a camera on that bottom part of the screen. Ooh, I hit that big red X.
So it doesn't look like a camera, it just looks like the capture in the big red circle and circle. That means camera.
Well,
No, when I hit the capture, it looks like I can email it. I got the little email, is that an email symbol up on top?
yes.
Yeah.
But you also have a picture, or you can save it.
By hitting the word capture was the equivalent to taking a picture of it?
That's correct. And
Okay,
then you
so it
can
should be in
share it.
should be in
Then you
photos then.
then you share it, and you can save the image. Oh, come on.
Hmm.
It's interesting.
I'm looking at my photos now and I don't see photos of the page that I took
Did
when
you
I used the
save it?
magnifier.
Did you save it?
Oh, I'd have to save it in order to keep the photos. No, I didn't. I
Yeah.
assumed it would go automatically when I hit the capture, like when I take a picture, it goes automatically to the photos. So I
No,
guess here you have to save it in order to keep it in
correct.
photo. Okay.
Where do you save it? I mean, how do you save it?
I would tap the share box. See the share box there? I tap it. And then it
Well, that
says
was
save
share.
image. And then it says save image.
Oh, okay, thanks.
You have the flashlight there. Ooh, well, let me use the flashlight. Okay.
Yep.
All right. One other thing is quick access to your camera. See the phone on the right, on the left, I mean? It's the login screen. If I sweep from right to left, I get my camera. I don't need to log in or anything. Well, I may have logged in already.
Say that again.
If I first turn on my phone
Yes.
and I sweep from right to left, it brings up the camera. So it's called a quick access to your camera. So you don't have to go anywhere, fumble with anything. You want to get this picture real quick. That's the way you do it.
Yahoo access to camera.
Okay.
Thank you. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Wait a minute.
Right?
I don't,
If
mine
the
doesn't
camera,
work that way.
if the camera is an icon already on the phone screen, does that
Well,
mean?
you could tap the camera icon there at the bottom as well, I think.
All right.
It's not mine, but yeah, there it is. But
Okay.
you sweep from, you're fumbling around, you want the drone is still flying overhead. You want to get a picture of it in New York. Right?
Okay.
Wait, Bill, how do you get the
Yes.
camera so fast? I don't get that.
I turned on my phone and I have a screen like the one that's on the left, right? Let me do the one on the right as well.
Wait a minute.
And I sweep from right to left. Come on.
You can
And
do
up
it on your
comes-
iPad too.
Right. How about that?
How'd you do the sweep and what do you get?
I get the camera app.
I don't get it.
Try it.
Okay.
I've already tried it several times.
Well, be sure you're starting clear off the phone edge and you come in.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Well, he's not on the right thing to start, I don't think.
You have to
Because
be
you
on.
can't get it either. You have to be on that do not disturb page or whatever, the date page.
First thing that comes up, right?
Wait, what do you, gosh.
Before you put in your face or your fingerprint or you enter your passcode. So
You mean
turn
from
the
the
phone.
lock screen?
Yes.
How do
Okay,
you
from
get
what
back
phone?
to that? How do you get back to that?
Okay, yes, all right. The lock screen brings up the camera.
Yes.
On the iPad as well.
Okay. I haven't tried it on the iPad.
Yeah, I
How
just
do you
did.
how do you get to the lock screen?
You turn on your phone.
Okay, so that
Only
means
don't have it facing you, because if it has facial recognition, it will automatically go by the lock screen.
okay. So I don't have facial recognition, so I have to turn it off and turn it on again? Is that what I need to do?
Right. Hit the button and then hit it again.
Okay.
And now sweep from right to left.
Try it on your iPad too.
Not working. I give up.
Okay, I've got some questions for you folks. It's a little test. And we'll see how good you are at riddles for the rest of the class here, all right?
Okay.
You measure my life in hours. I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I'm thin. I'm slow when I'm fat. The wind is my enemy. What am I? I'm a candle.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Shit.
All right. Here's an easier one. What is seen in the middle of March and in the middle of April, but cannot be seen at the beginning or end of either month?
April and what? March and April, I think.
What was that? You didn't want, that was a guess, or is that? Don't ask a dumb question.
In R.
One.
Oh, who said that? Who? Ando, was that you?
Yes, it was.
No,
Who was it?
Pam.
Pamela. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
what was the answer?
My,
The
the
letter
the
letter R.
Oh,
I got to stop sharing my screen somehow here. There it is. There we go.
Are you not back until January 4th?
That's right.
Ooh. And do you have topics for next year?
Oh, I'm sure I have some.
18.2.
You'll give us the list nearer to the year?
I'm telling you. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah. Oops. No, you don't want Amazon, do you? What happened to my calendar? Interesting.
Well, I guess we still don't know other than going to dinner on the 21st.
Are you
And
going
my-
away? Are you going away for the holiday or?
No, my son's coming into town.
What state does he live in?
As far from here as you can get, California.
All right.
Oh, come on. January 4th, we're going to start with camera, using your iPhone camera and iPad.
Can you put a list somewhere that we could copy or?
It will be in the monitor. Okay. We always publish it in the monitor.
Oh, that's right. And I don't have a subscription to that, so I need to do that. Thank you.
You must, if you're a member of STUG, it comes to you automatically.
Right.
Part of the
Camera working with photos, iCloud, and files, books, and music, and news are the next 5 in a row. Just to give you a little hint. I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I? I'm a map. Boy.
What? Map? Oh, map.
What English word has 3 consecutive double letters?
Mississippi.
And you'll find one in every library. How about bookkeeper?
Oh, wow.
Oh, this one's good. This one's good. I come from a mine and am continually surrounded by wood. Everyone uses me. What am I? If you know the answers, these are easy.
What is it?
A pencil. A pencil. Right? The lead comes from a mine. Wood is surrounding the lead.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, we all use one of these. I have keys, but no locks and space, and space and no rooms. I can enter, but I cannot go outside. What am I? You used it already today several times.
Computer.
A keyboard.
Oh.
All right, one more here. What gets wet while drying? And hopefully you use that sometime in the last few days as well. What gets wet while dry? Oh, yes, yeah.
I got one. I never get these things. Okay.
What is it?
A towel.
Oh, geez.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Great
Have a
job,
great
Bill.
holiday.
Thank you. Merry
Have a
Christmas.
great
Merry Christmas, Bill. Have a
everybody.
great holiday.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
have a joke at the end.
That was it.
Oh,
The joke was on you. No.
This is
And Kathleen, we were going to work on something, weren't we?
yes, and I don't remember what it was. Try
Neither
again.
do
Try again for next year. How's that?
I. Okay, all right.
Have a good
Have a great
time.
holiday.
Thank
Good
you.
holiday to you. Bye.
Okay,
Bye bye now.
bye.